Alright guys, so yes, this is a brand new channel that I wanted to create, which is essentially just going to serve as my digital journal for all the thoughts and insights and everything that's kind of going on in my life. This definitely won't be daily videos or daily journal entries, but yeah, I thought I'd create this channel just so that I can really authentically kind of share insights and share the day-to-day of what's happening as I'm currently in the season of my life of building a professional football club and getting to be really involved in terms of the marketing and kind of the decision making around that in terms of more the business back end side, which is really exciting. And then obviously still playing myself, currently injured with a MCL injury on the inside of my knee, but working my way back and kind of dealing with the setbacks and challenges that come with not being able to play. But yeah, I guess the thing I wanted to just really focus on and just speak briefly on today was the fact that I've always struggled to kind of authentically be myself on camera. Even when I'm with other people, I always feel like I have to conform to what people expect of me and these kinds of things. But yeah, kind of the more I keep diving deeper into the work that I'm doing, into creating content on a daily basis, I just can kind of, I realize that the opinions of other people just don't really matter as much as you might think they do when you're first kind of starting out. And yeah, honestly, I don't really know where I'm going with this. But I guess, the confidence to be yourself and authentically share your personality comes from actually doing stuff and proving to yourself that you are unique. You do things differently, that you don't have to constantly conform to the crowd. And I've always felt that kind of deep inside me, that I didn't want to be like everyone else. You know, I finished school at 16 and just dived straight into working, trying to start an online business, diving deep into my own self-development. I'm 21, just turned 21 a couple weeks ago. Still never drank alcohol. I never go to parties. And yeah, this is not to be kind of, oh, I'm better than everyone else. It's not about that, even though maybe some of you watching this will take it that way. I don't say it to brag or say that I'm better, but it's to kind of just, I've never really felt like I fit in with the rest of kind of people my age for the most part. Obviously, I find people that resonate on a similar level and we have similar interests, but I've always found it hard to find people like that. Definitely a lot easier nowadays as I've started kind of networking and getting my name out there and started to build a group of people who are like-minded around me as well. But yeah, it's something I really struggled with, especially those first few years after I left school at 16. All my friends who I had were still at school, so I kind of lost touch with them. I still played football, so I saw them there, but outside of that, I really didn't see anyone. So kind of that period between 2020 to 2023, 2024 was when I really started to kind of have a group of friends that were like-minded, and I guess people started to catch on a little bit more to self-development, and online business became a little bit more mainstream, I guess you could say. But yeah, those kind of 3-4 years there, I was just, sat in this room like I am now in front of the computer on my own, trying to learn, trying to stack different online skills that I knew that I would be able to monetize later on. And then, fast forward to today, all of a sudden I've been able to stack different skills: graphic design, video editing, content creation, script writing, website design and development, app development, all these kinds of things. And then, yeah, I guess people look at you and they say, oh, you got lucky, or you had a really good upbringing. And yeah, I guess that is also true. But I definitely think you also make your own luck in many ways. I think when you put in work day after day, take one step in front of the other every single day consistently over the course of not just a day, not just a week, not just a month, not even just a year, but really stacking that momentum over the course of 4, 5, 6, 10 years time. And then people look at you and they say, wow, that's incredible what you've been able to achieve in such a short period of time. But yeah, they don't see those lonely days that you literally didn't talk to anyone, you didn't see anyone, you were just in your room, locked in, studying, educating yourself, putting in the work to be better every single day. And yeah, I can't lie, there's been so many points throughout that journey where I'm literally just, yeah, I'm sat there frustrated. I don't know where the success is going to come from. Sometimes it just feels like you're in this dark tunnel and you can't see where you came from. You can't see the light backwards and you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. You're just there. But the only thing you can do is keep walking forward every single day. Because if you stand still, that's when you stop. That's when your journey ends. So if you can keep putting one foot in front of the other, taking steps forward, even without seeing a clear pathway to success. And I think that's really the key, because yeah, there's been so many times where I'm like, this is just never gonna end. This is never gonna lead to success. But if you just stay with it, and even in those hard moments when you feel like giving up or you feel like everything you're doing is pointless, that's exactly when you just need to keep going and stay with it. I've seen so many friends who have tried to jump in and, maybe start creating content or try and start a business that they were passionate about, or a little project alongside their work or their studies. And then as soon as they hit the first bit of discomfort, the first little setback, they give up. They're like, you know what, this is not for me. I'm just gonna stay where I'm at now. Things are comfortable. I don't need these setbacks. I don't need these extra risks to take on at the moment. And yeah, that's where you really cap your potential. And I know that I'm fortunate. I had a good upbringing. My parents have been supportive along the way, and I'm truly grateful for that. And I totally understand that that's not everyone's position. So yeah, I totally understand that, and I know that it's difficult. I have close friends who don't have that same kind of support system around them and had difficult upbringings. And yeah, I'm definitely very, very compassionate towards that. And yeah, I think the main thing is where I started from with all of this is to not be afraid to go on your own path. I think it's something that a lot of people, maybe it's one of those things that people feel deep inside of them, that they want to do things differently, they think differently, topics of conversation come up with their friends or their family, and they just prefer to stay silent. They deep inside disagree, but externally they might agree just to avoid conflict or just to fit in certain social situations. And kind of the older I've gotten, I've realized that no, it's having that courage to disagree with people, especially people that you're potentially close with, like friends or family that you've known for a long time. And naturally, you're going to get backlash when you first disagree. And that just comes from their own self-conflict, whether it's your family or your friends. And for them, it's like, oh, you're now different to what I perceived you as before. And that's totally normal. Some of them might accept it more easily, some might not. And yeah, that's normal. But I think being able to express yourself fully is only going to do you a world of good. Again, there's no need to be silly with it or go over the top. But without that full expression of self, you will always feel trapped. You will always feel limited. And the reason I'm sharing this in this video today is because that's how I've felt. Not even just for the last 5 years, but beyond that. I've always been kind of living out of this mindset of fear and always feeling like I need to conform to everything that society has said around me, whether it's friends, family, certain social situations. But yeah, the more I dive deeper into myself and understand who I truly am, the more I'm able to express myself with confidence in the world in every single situation that I encounter. So yeah, that's kind of the insight for today. It is now Monday the 20th of October at 12:44 a.m. So yeah, that's the journal entry, the start of this channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.